Hi, my name is Stella Cochran, and I'm going to go over how I created my frequency chart, my histogram, and my descriptive statistics. And I hope this is recording because it's my third time. So the first thing I did is I used the data that Dr. Cooper put in our Module 3. I went through and I chose sixth grade reading star scores for 2018, 2019. And I went through and I deleted everything that I didn't need. And really what I used was the information about the scale scored, the academic readiness, like the did not meet, the approaches, the meets, and the masters. And then once I had that, I went through and I sorted the data right here. And once I did that, it gave me my scale scored for each of the categories, like did not meet, approaches, meets, and masters. And that was really great because I didn't have to manually look for it. So that was a good thing. So I typed out my frequency chart. I went ahead and created that by hand. And then with the frequency, what I did is I typed in for the formula equal, I wrote out count, and then I highlighted the scale scored for did not meet. And then I closed that in with parentheses, and that gave me my frequency for each of the did not meet, the approaches, the meets, and the masters. And I use that same formula, equals, count, open parentheses. I highlight the information such as did not meet, approaches, meets, and masters, close it in, and it gave me frequency, which was very helpful. Then with relative frequency, what I did is I just took the frequency for each of the categories and I took it for each of the categories and then I divided it by 755, which was the total of all these together. And I did that for that. I did that for it. And then you can see it right up here as well. And that's the formula. So you can see the equals the 293 divided by 755 right there. So that's the formula I used for that. And then for the totals, I just typed out sum. Sorry about that. For the totals, I put in equal, I typed out sum, and then I highlighted right here all this information, the frequency for each of the categories, and that gave me my sum. Same thing over here. I put equal, I typed out sum, I highlight this information, and I put the information in parentheses, and that gave me my score. So right here. So that was pretty easy once I got the formulas down. Before the formulas, it was a little difficult. Now, with the histogram, what I did with the histogram is I went and I highlighted my relative frequency in my chart above that I created with the frequency chart. And then I went to insert and I chose, right, I can hard to see, move that down. So I went to insert, pull it up right here, and then I did arrow down and I chose the 2D column bar chart. Once I had that, let me just get that back up so y'all can see. Once I had that, I went ahead and if you click on here, double click, it creates that plus sign. That plus sign helps you create everything, such as the access titles right here. I could change the data labels. And then once I had to connect it to make it I had to then connect it to make a true histogram. I learned that it's not a histogram unless the bars are connected. So I did that by going to right here. Let me click on my plus again. And I did the arrow down. Let me find out where I did this. I did chart option. I did series 1, and then I clicked on there. And then I chose this button right here with the 3 different bars. And I clicked on that. And then I chose 0 for my gap width. And that made the bars go together so that it was a true histogram. They're all connecting. Took me a while to figure that out. And once I did, I was very proud of myself. And then I went ahead and made my descriptive statistics. Now, let me pull that up for you guys. Here is my descriptive statistics of my information that I use of my data. Now, as you can tell, my median and my mode are the same, 1544. And what that means is that the distribution of the scale scores are symmetric, and that's a normal distribution. And I barely have any skewness right here. I really don't have any at all. And that goes along with the median and the mode being the same. And pretty much what this means to is that I have a perfect distribution of data. So, which is good. So we know that it's reliable information, reliable data that will tell us which kids did not meet, mastered, approaches, and so on. Thank you for listening as I talked about my frequency chart, histogram, and descriptive statistics. Have a good day.